All right, this is 2.4, part 3. All right, so again, we're spending a little bit of time on this because this is pretty difficult stuff. A lot of people have problems with it. All right, so solve the inequality and graph it. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to get rid of those parentheses. Chucky, how do I get rid of those parentheses? In a sense, right? So it's distributing, and through distribution we multiply. So nice job, Chucky. So 3 times 2 is 6. So we have 6a. 3 times the negative 1 is negative 3 is greater than or equal to 10a minus 11. Lubu, you okay with this? You sure? All right, cool. I did miss you. And this is recorded, so I honestly mean it. All right. Now, Louis, what I want to do is I want to get all the a's to one side. So you see how 6 is smaller than the 10? So I'm going to move that over there by subtracting that 6 out. So I have minus 3 is greater than or equal to 4a minus 11. You okay with that? Ellie. It's my birthday week. You have to participate.
It's your belated birthday.
It's my birthday week, though.
Yeah, true.
So here, Ellie, I want to move this minus 11. How do I do that?
You add it to the negative 3.
Perfect. And that's going to give me 8 is greater than or equal to 4a. And I'm not going to insult John by asking him, but he knows you divide by 4, and you get 2 is greater than or equal to a. John, have you been able to figure out how to do this stuff on the computer? All right, cool. So I like to put 2 in the middle. Mrs. Simonian, not a big fan of that.
I did that.
Oh, you did it? Okay. All right, so you have to find the way that makes your life easiest. My way is putting 2 in the middle. If you don't like that, you can always put like 0 in the middle and kind of go from there. So we're going to go 2 in the middle, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 1, 0, negative 1, and negative 2. Okay, it's going to be a closed circle at 2, and then we're eating the 2, which means we're shading less than. Easy enough? Nate the Great? Yeah. All right. All right, question number 2. We're going to distribute that 2, just like Chucky told me, to get rid of the parentheses. We have 2k minus 10 is less than 2k plus 5. Jules.
Yeah.
Jules, do you see how there's both 2k's on either side?
I do see that.
So how do I get rid of a plus 2k?
Minus 2k.
Minus 2k. So we're going to subtract the 2k on the left-hand side, and we're going to do the same thing on the right-hand side. And we notice this, Jules, that the k's cancel out. And is negative 10 joules less than 5?
Wait, what?
Is negative 10 less than 5?
Yeah.
So this is a true statement. Because it's a true statement, it's infinite solutions. And what you do with infinite solutions is you actually shade the entire number line. And you can put whatever numbers you want on there. You guys okay with that? Did I give you guys 2 notebooks for this class or just 1? This is did I give you guys?
I just remember you from
What's up?
I just remember you from yeah.
I just need to know so I can, because I have to put in my round of printing for third marking period. All right, so infinite solutions, and there we go. Now, with number 3, trace, we're going to distribute this -4, and here's the funny thing about this. Remember when I said if you multiply by a negative, you flip the sign? Notice I didn't multiply both sides by a negative, did I? Just this side. So because I'm doing that, I don't have to flip my sign. So I have -12n plus 4 is greater than -12n plus 5.2. Now, Joey, the Joester.
Yeah.
Joey, how do I get rid of -12n?
When you have to do,
So think, how do you undo minus?
you have to put it with another negative.
What's that?
Don't you have to put it with a positive?
Yeah, I have to make it a positive. So I have to add 12 to both sides. Nice job, Joey. And in doing that, the ends cancel and I have 4 is greater than 5.2. Now, Grace, is 4 greater than 5.2? Like, is $4 more than $5.20?
No.
No. So this is not true. So this is no solution. So for no solution, we actually don't even shade the number line. Yes. Oh, absolutely. All right, last but not least on this problem. All right, Mike. You with me, Mike?
I sure am.
All right, Mike, first thing I want to do is combine those k's. So I have 4k minus 6 is less than 4k minus 1. Now what do I do from here, Mike?
Add 6. Or nope. I'm gonna be honest, I got no clue.
What was that?
I'm gonna be honest, Herman, I got no clue.
You got no clue? Let me help you out here, Mike.
I'd like that.
So which k is smaller, 4k or 4k?
They're both the same.
Good. So let's get rid of the 4k that's on the left. How do you get rid of a positive 4k?
Gonna have to subtract that, Harmon.
So we're going to subtract that, Mike. Okay? We're going to subtract that 4k on the left. And then I have to do the same thing on the right. So I have 4k minus 4k, they cancel. And I have -6. And on the right, 4k minus 4k, they cancel. Now, Mike, the only thing you have to answer is this. Is -6 less than -1?
Yes. Oh, wait, no.
No, you were right. Yeah, you were right. Stick with your guns. That's true.
Right.
That's an
I am
infinite solution. So we're going to highlight this whole number line. Okay, so we did pretty good with that. Now, trust me, I'm not going too in depth with this for your quiz. I'm going to stick to 2 steps, okay? Like a 2-step equation, you're going to have to graph. But I'm going to be honest with you. I am a big fan of word problems. I love word problems. Okay? And the reason why I love word problems is this. Everything you deal with, math-wise in life, is a word problem. Okay? It's not like, oh, hey, solve this problem. It's like, yeah, I'm going to buy this video game and it's 10% off at GameStop. How much do I have to pay for it? Right? Do I have enough money? So you got to figure it out. Got it? Another thing they talk about, Louis, because I know you're really upset about this, is graphics and frame speed, right? Refresh rate. All of that stuff is very important, right? It's huge in math. It's all math. And it's all word problems. Like they got to get it to a certain rate and they have to change things so that your screen can refresh quick enough so that you don't appear to skip across the screen. You know what I mean? So we don't want to lag here. All right, so in the application problems, you need a score of at least 90 points to advance to the next round. Okay? Think about it this way. You're playing a game at Dave & Buster's. In order to get to the next round or to get to the next prize, you need to score at least 90 points. Okay? Can you guys give me some scores? And this is going to seem very simple. That's because it is. Can you guys give me some scores that I would have to get to advance to the next round? The game that comes to my mind in this is skee ball, right? You know, when you're doing the skee ball, you have to get at least 90 points to win a free round of skee ball. So, Chucky, what are some points that would be bigger than 90? 92. Louis? Points that are bigger than 90.
Oh,
93. Nate?
92.
So we can't sit here and write all of the numbers. We like to write inequalities. So the way we write it is this. And I like to use P for points. So 90 is less than or equal to P. So if we look over here, you can see you advance to the next round. In the first game you played, the second game, you did not advance in the third or fourth games because you didn't score at least 90 points. Does that make sense to you guys? All right. Now, I don't know if you guys deal with this stuff, but I do, and I know Mrs. Simonian does because we both own houses. And our backyards are relatively rectangular. I know Mrs. Simonian's is a little bit different because you're on the corner, right? Aren't you like right on the corner?
I'm not really.
But is your backyard rectangular?
No, but I do have a pie shape.
See, that's what I'm thinking. So we deal with a lot of rectangles because we have to, you know, typically fence in our backyard so that we can have animals that we can let out, like dogs. Some people let out their cats. They're weird, but I'm sure they live in Aspen. Okay. So the area of a rectangle shown is at most 140 square centimeters. Okay. So it's like my backyard and whatnot. Think of it as square feet or acres, whatever you want. Write and solve an inequality to find the possible values of x. Now, Katie. You there? Remember, it's my birthday week.
That's right.
No. All right, let me pick on Tyler.
Oh, you know he is Lee.
What's up?
Tyler, hey, what is the area formula for a rectangle?
Wait, what?
What is the area formula for, guys, what is the area formula for a rectangle? Like area equals blank times blank
Is it base
times,
times height?
yeah, that'll work, base times height. Now, base times height, we typically use that more for the parallelograms, but hey, a rectangle is a parallelogram. Now, I think the one we commonly know, it is length times width. So, Tyler, is it okay if I use length times width?
I think so.
All right, cool. So it says the area of a rectangle is at most, meaning it has to be less than or equal to 140 square centimeters. So it says write and solve an inequality to find the possible values of x. Now this is my length of a rectangle. All right, so Tyler told me area equals length times width. So instead of writing A, I'm going to write, okay, length times width is less than or equal to 140. So my length is 3x plus 2. And my width is 10. And I need to figure out the answer to this. So Chucky at the start of the class told me, it's my birth week and you're not taking notes?
I got you right.
I thought I meant more to you, Chucky.
Not yet.
Okay. Chucky told me to distribute that 10 in throughout. So Chucky, what's 3 times 10?
30.
Ellie, 2 times 10. Ellie, 2 times 10. All right, we'll move on to Jules.
Mr. Hunt,
Julie, what?
after you're done explaining your way, I want to show you how I did this.
All right,
Pretty
cool.
easy.
Cool. Julie,
Harmon,
what's 2 times 10?
20.
20? Is that what you said? I couldn't hear you over Louie.
I believe so. I said that.
All right, 20.
Louis, put your mask on. Thank you.
So we have 30x plus 20 is less than or equal to 140. So we subtract the 20. That gives us 30x is less than or equal to 120. Divide by 30, and we have x is less than or equal to 4. Now, Nate, you said you had a easy way of doing this, right?
Yeah, it's the easiest.
All right, how'd you do it?
Pretty much. I was thinking, so you know the like triangle where you put, it's like the area, width, and length triangle.
Yeah.
It's like area on the top.
Yeah, I know.
Length and width.
Yep, this
So
one.
Yeah, we had the area, and we had the length or width. So we had the area was 140, and then the width was 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we divided that, and then that gave us what the length had to be. So then we just had to find. It's pretty easy from there. And then you just subtract 2 from both sides and then divide by 3.
Not a bad job. Not a bad way of doing it. I like it. Okay, didn't really think about that, but I'm impressed, Nate. Okay, so you thought outside the box, but I want to show you that your way and my way were the same things. My way just said, hey, we know that length times width equals the area, right? I wrote that off, right? I wrote that right there, right? And then I did the same thing. I could have divided, but I chose to distribute and then go from there. The reason why I chose to distribute here was because sometimes when you just try to divide out the 10, say that was like 135, it wouldn't divide out nicely, would it? But your way would still work. You would just have a decimal in your answer at a certain point. But nice job, Nate. Impressed. All right, you must maintain a minimum balance of $50 in your checking account. This is very important. Does anybody have a bank account in here? You do? John, do you know what happens when you go below that minimum in your bank account? They go, bam, charge you with a fee. It's like overdraft fee type of deal, okay? Or a failure to maintain a minimum balance fee. And they have that in there so that you don't go below 0. But what they do, which is really annoying, is they charge you for not maintaining that balance. So they take money out.
The purpose is to not go to 0. And they make you go.
Banks got to make money somehow. Crazy story, Louis. Somebody wrote me a check. And I cashed that check. And guess what? That company forgot they wrote me the check. And they said, no, we didn't write this check. and they didn't approve it, guess what? My bank charged me money for a company not approving the check. And then I had to call the company and be like, yo, you guys owe me now way more money because you bounced the check, not me. Isn't that nutty? Crazy. But that's what happens here. And that's why I'm teaching you in class. So in class, or in real world, okay, I have a bank account. My minimum in a bank account is $100. Mrs. Simonian, what's your minimum bank account? They're about $100. Okay, this might be a student account. So you need to maintain a minimum balance of $50. And I like to use words, okay? Seems kind of weird, but it helps me out in doing the problems. So my balance must be greater than $50. You currently have 280, okay? So my balance is currently 280. This is rate solve an inequality that represents how many $20 bills you can withdraw without going below a minimum balance. So $20 bills, right? $20 bills, right? So 20B for bills. Now I need to solve this. And this is why this one's going to be trickier than you want it to be. You okay? So here, how do I go about solving this? Let's go with Maddie. Maddie, you can type it in. This is the last problem we're doing today. So what would your first step be, Maddie? All right. Whoop, whoop. Okay, that's fine, Maddie. All right, so Maddie, what I would do first is I would try to get the B by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 280. And hopefully that's okay with you, Maddie. Now I divide those out and I have 50 minus 280. That's going to be minus 230 is less than or equal to negative 20. Now to finish this up, I'm going to divide by negative 20. And Nate, this is what I was going at with you. 230 divided by 20, what is that? No.
It won't be a
Whole, it won't be a whole number, but what number is it?
11 and a half.
11 and a half. So I have 11.5, flip my sign, right? B. Now here's the thing. Remember, B stands for bills. $20 bills. So it says, how many $20 bills can I take out? Why 11? Can't take out half a bill. So my answer is 11 or less. Nice job. Oof.